Well, get ready for the overreaction because Liverpool have just fallen 4-0 to Manchester United in their first preseason match of the preseason campaign in Bangkok, Thailand, as Liverpool fell, again, like I said, 4-0 to Manchester United on match day one of the preseason. And there's going to be a lot of fans who react very negatively to this game, but a lot of that negativity is likely to come from fans who simply see the scoreline, they didn't watch the game or necessarily delve into how the game unfolded. Liverpool were actually quite good in this game for large portions, but unfortunately, David De Gea and Tom Heaton, both for Manchester United, keeping Liverpool out of goal in the end. This was the fourth time that Liverpool and Manchester United met in a preseason friendly back in 1983, 2011, and 2018 were the three previous times Liverpool and Man United met in preseason. And from the get-go, Liverpool looked really good. For one, they were wearing their brand new white away kit, which was released earlier this morning by Nike, and it is a nice looking kit. But if you've seen the shirt designs, I think it's going to be a shirt that plays a lot of havoc with broadcasters around the world, with the way that the games will be shown on TV. And I also think that if you have epilepsy, don't look at that shirt because that shirt is I don't know, lively, I guess is what I can say. But Liverpool dressed in all white today in that new kit, and they started very well. Jurgen Klopp had decided to break the team up into three groups of three and to rotate the teams, giving them each 30 minutes of action on the night. Now, this was different than what Erik ten Hag did for Manchester United. He played the same 11 for that whole of the first half and then changed things up a bit in the second half, bringing on some different players throughout the half and really giving Manchester United a little bit more of continuity throughout the day. Klopp now, on the other hand, he mixed and matched players, youth players, under 18 players, under 21 players, with senior team players to give everybody a bit of time, work on fitness, and to give some experience to those young players. Ten Hag was a little bit different. He wanted to see what he had there at Manchester United, brand new coach now in the hot seat there at Old Trafford. So his objectives were far different than Jurgen Klopp's. And in the end, I think that is what partly led to that 4-0 scoreline win for Manchester United. And if you watch the opening 10 minutes of the game before Manchester United got on the score sheet, Liverpool dominated it. They were all over Manchester United. And to be honest, Liverpool could have been up 5-0 after 10 minutes. Fabio Carvalho hit the posts, and David De Gea made probably 5-6 saves to keep Liverpool out of net. And like I say, Liverpool could have been off and running with an early lead had it not been for David De Gea saving Manchester United's defensive blushes. But in the end, Liverpool's defense a little bit lackluster. The likes of Reece Williams and Nat Phillips, as well as a few of the youngsters that were thrown in there, they necessarily didn't shine in this game, and it led to some early goals. Manchester United were up 3-0 by halftime, and they got an extra goal late on in the 77th minute to go on for the win. Now, there were some things definitely to take away, some positives to take away from this for Liverpool on the day. Fabio Carvalho looked fantastic. I actually hadn't seen him play much, if any, at all for Fulham last season. So it was my first time to really see him play. He played on the left side of a midfield three with Jordan Henderson and Tyler Morton, and was outstanding. He drove towards goal with the ball, and was excellent, retaining the ball, making good passes, and getting the ball forward. And for all those fans who have been crying out and saying, "Oh, Liverpool have not replaced Jorginho Wijnaldum, Liverpool need another midfielder," well, this is the guy. This is the guy to be your Jorginho Wijnaldum replacement. He was fantastic, but he's not going to just play there in the midfield three. He can play across the front three as well. So I thought he looked brilliant on the day. And Harvey Elliott looked really good as well. He played from the start in the game, played that first opening 30 minutes, and had some very good minutes playing on the right side of the front three. And I thought he looked really good as well. Luis Diaz as well had a good start to the game, playing that opening 30 minutes, as well as Roberto Firmino. So some definite positives to take away from this game. and nothing to be worried about if you're a Liverpool supporter. And if you think that this is a big deal, go back to the preseason for the 2019-20 season when Liverpool were beaten 3-0 by Napoli in Edinburgh, and they were literally, Liverpool were atrocious on the day with Napoli just running all over them. Yet Liverpool went on to win the Premier League title that season. Now, I'm not going to say here that Liverpool are going to win the Premier League title this season, because I think it's going to be a very close three-horse race with Liverpool, Manchester City, and Tottenham Hotspur this season. So don't think that this is going to be a precursor to Liverpool going on and winning a title or even a trophy. Liverpool's season starts on August the 6th when Liverpool play Fulham in the Premier League opener, and that is when the games count. So this game doesn't count at all. This is not a game that counts. This game is not important to anyone outside of Bangkok, Thailand, who was there getting to watch the game. That's fantastic for those folks, for those fans that were there, to be able to go and to see their favorite team live and in person. But this game means absolutely nothing. Just like on Saturday, the game against Crystal Palace in Singapore, that means nothing. And that's the next time Liverpool will play. They'll play in Singapore on Saturday afternoon, UK time, against Crystal Palace before heading back to Europe to play RB Leipzig and Red Bull Salzburg, before ending the month, July 31st, which is a Sunday, at Anfield to play Strasbourg in the final preseason game. And then they will be ready for the start of the Premier League season the next week. And let's not forget that that Community Shield match is on Saturday, July 30th. So Liverpool are going to play that game with, I guess, what I would assume is a first choice 11, and then a select 11 playing the next day against Strasbourg at Anfield. So the games are going to start mattering at the end of this month. That Community Shield game, that's a huge game against Manchester City and a chance for Liverpool to put down a marker going forward. But again, that game doesn't necessarily matter as well, because even though there's a trophy up for grabs, it's going to be that game the next weekend on the 6th against Fulham, where Liverpool really, really want to focus and get their energy. This today was simply about getting fitness for Liverpool players. It was completely different, though, for Manchester United. There are players who are not necessarily in Ten Hag's future or his plans, and there were players auditioning for either a place at Manchester United or auditioning for a place somewhere else. And to be honest, I think Liverpool's defense let Manchester United do a little bit more than they could have on the day, though I will say Jadon Sancho did have a good first half for Manchester United. He looked really bright. Fred scored a really nice chip over Alisson. But all in all, Liverpool did large chunks of this game dominate the match, other than those defensive lapses by what I would say young or inexperienced defenders. Those were the downfall to the team on the day. But overall, let's not get worried. Let's not get all amped up about this. And I know a lot of fans will, and a lot of fans will be calling for Liverpool to get a new midfielder. And a lot of people won't even have seen the game. They'll see the scoreline and they'll absolutely jump to conclusions. But Fabio Carvalho looked fantastic. Darwin Núñez, I forgot all about him. He came on in the second half for the last 30 minutes and looked really good going forward. Linked up well with a few teammates, including Trent. Playing the ball through to him at one point. Even Salah coming on for those last 30 minutes, he looked good as well. Had a chance to score, hit the post there at the end. And so Liverpool having chances, just not able to get a goal today. And that's just how it goes in preseason. But Liverpool back at it on Saturday against Crystal Palace. I'll be watching that. I'm sure you will be too. And guys, if you like what you see, please hit that thumbs up and like this video. Subscribe to the channel, stay up to date on everything I post here on the Liverpool Reds FC blog. And go back, check out all the videos from the past, because there's lots of them now as we ramp things up for the upcoming Premier League season and Champions League season, FA Cup and Carabao Cup as well. But yeah, go back and watch those, share everything on social media, and again, like I said, subscribe to the channel, help me grow this, and I will see you soon here on Liverpool Reds FC blog.